Today I did probably one of the hardest things I'm ever gonna do, and that's go around my city eating the nastiest food that my community could recommend. I posted on Facebook asking what the nastiest food items in Yuba City, California are, and really quickly I got a lot of responses for a lot of different places for a lot of different items. My goal today was to take the ones that seemed to be the general consensus that were the worst, and I was gonna go try them. I started out driving to the mall parking lot where I just kind of hung out for a few minutes because I was super nervous to do this challenge. I don't like nasty food. I like good food. That's why I call myself a professional fat guy. But the show must go on. I ended up going to Burger King first because I had a pre-planned item. It was the Impossible Burger from Burger King. I've heard horror stories about this. Burger King in general honestly gives me the shits. I figured, like, what could their fake meat do? How much worse could it possibly be? Drove over to Burger King. As I was pulling in the parking lot, I took a few minutes to compose myself before going into the drive-thru because I was really nervous. Ended up finally getting through the drive-thru.
Hi, do you guys still sell the Impossible Burger?
Yes, we do.
Can I just get one of those, just a sandwich?
Okay. Okay, second, we make you cheese on it.
Yes.
Impossible Burger with cheese. Second window, press 921. Thank you. Press 921, please.
There you go.
Back in the front, okay?
Okay, thank you.
It's like a 4 to 5 minute around.
Perfect.
Okay?
Sounds good, thank you. All right, so apparently this doesn't get ordered too often because it's gonna be a 45-minute wait, so they probably didn't have any prepared. Not surprised. I'm gonna go park and wait for my order now.
Ordered it, went to the park, tried to eat it. When I got to the park, I actually ended up setting up a tripod on top of a table to record myself eating it and realized as I was starting that my camera looked like it was facing a playground full of a bunch of kids. Okay, so I'm at the park right now. And I went to go record me eating the Impossible Burger, and the park is crazy busy for a Monday afternoon. So I went and sat at a table and set up my tripod and was getting ready, and then I realized that it looks like I am setting up a camera to record a bunch of kids playing in water. So I moved because I don't want the cops called on me. I'm gonna go find a more isolated spot, and hopefully I don't look like a creep. All right, I found a spot where hopefully I'm not gonna be creeping. Burger number one, or food item number one, the Impossible Burger from Burger King. So I heard horrible things about this online, but then right as I was about to eat it, someone messaged me and said that they actually heard great things about it. So we're about to find out. It honestly looks just like a normal burger, and it smells really good. Oh, actually, nope, I take that back. That smells horrible. That does not smell good at all. I'm now way more nervous than I was earlier. I don't know what to think. It largely tastes like a burger, just not a good one. And honestly, it wasn't that bad. This video was supposed to be like the worst foods in Yuba City. Nobody recommended the Impossible Burger to me. This was the one that I had planned on because it seemed disgusting. Don't get me wrong, it wasn't good. It kind of had a weird aftertaste. I don't know what the Impossible Burgers are made of. If it's like soy, like normal tofu. It tasted like a fake burger. Just kind of off, like an off meat. If I needed to survive, I would definitely eat it. Impossible Burger, ended up giving it like a 3 out of 5, I think, was my final score. But then as I was walking back to my car, there was an incident, and I ended up changing that score. Okay, quick update. My stomach really fucking hurts after eating that. So I don't know if I'm attributing that to just the fact that it's Burger King and their food is disgusting, or the fact that it was the Impossible Burger. But either way, I need to find a bathroom right now. So Burger King's Impossible Burger, 2.5 out of 5. So I pulled my car over and ended up jumping back on Facebook to see, okay, what are these people telling me? What's the nastiest place? And one place that kept coming up over and over again was Long John Silver's. So I started heading that direction, pulled into their parking lot, checked the Facebook group, and tons of people were telling me Long John Silver's disgusting. Long John Silver's, it's a front for illegal business. Long John Silver's. But nobody told me what was nasty there. And they also told me that they didn't know like how it was in business because nobody's there. But this place was packed, okay? There was cars in the parking lot. Inside the lobby was full. So I was not having high hopes for this one already as far as finding a super nasty food item because obviously there's a lot of people that love this. And nobody told me what to get. So I ended up going on Google and just looking up Long John Silver reviews. And sure enough, I was able to find that there is a general consensus online that the fish and shrimp platter makes a lot of people sick. That's what I ordered. So I go inside, wait in line for a little bit, tell them what I want. Experience was super good. I mean, the restaurant was super clean. I did have to go to the bathroom before I started eating because the Burger King was catching up to me. But the food came out super quickly. I ended up going out to my car to eat it after getting some of the special sauce. I sit in my car, pop it open. Immediately what I find is 2 pieces of fish, 6 pieces of shrimp, 3 of these hush puppies. And I got a couple things of tartar sauce. So I start with the hush puppies. They're bomb as fuck, honestly. I could eat them all day. Again, I'm disappointed because I'm here looking for the most disgusting food in the city. I comment on Facebook, or I post on Facebook. I'm like, hey, what should I not get? Everybody tells me Long John Silver's. I show up, it's bomb as fuck. Okay, so move on to the shrimp. It's the fried shrimp, I think. Once again, fucking delicious. And then I moved on to the fish. Still wasn't disgusting. It was mushy, kind of flavorless. There wasn't that crispiness that you get when you go to like a nice fish and chips restaurant, but it really wasn't disgusting. So another bust. Long John Silver's, not disgusting. I'm gonna have to do this video over again, and you guys are gonna have to really step up and recommend a truly disgusting item, specific item that you can find me to eat, because this video is gonna be boring as fuck if all the food is delicious as shit. Overall, Long John Silver's, delicious. I will probably end up going there regularly and just not eating the fish. 4 out of 5. It was super good. So now I'm getting irritated. This video is supposed to be the nastiest places in Yuba City. I've had one not super good burger and one super good meal. And so I go back on the Facebook group and say, okay, there's gotta be something here. What's the nastiest food in Yuba City? And I come across this comment. This lady worked at Del Taco in Yuba City and says it's infested with cockroaches. So I know where I'm going next. Get in my car, start hauling ass to Del Taco, pull up. We're in the middle of lunch rush. There are cars everywhere, and all of the restaurants around me, packed. Del Taco, nada. Empty. Nobody is there. So I pull up, I get out of my car, I see an employee sitting on the ground taking her break. So I go up to her and I ask her, hey, what should I get? I'm doing an experiment, trying to eat the nastiest food in Del Taco. You and I both know this place probably sucks. What's the nastiest thing here? She looks at me and she goes, everything. Okay, so if you were to recommend one thing for me to eat, what would you recommend? Nothing. I go back to the Facebook group. Someone had said on there, anything with the taco meat is disgusting, and on multiple occasions people have found live cockroaches or dead cockroaches in the meat. So I'm like, fuck yeah, I need protein. Go into Del Taco immediately. This place is empty. So the moment I'm walking in the door, they're like, hey, how are you? What can I get you? And so I didn't even have time to press record. I ordered a couple of tacos, went and sat down, talked about my experience there. So I just sat down and I'm waiting for my food. As soon as I walked in, the place was empty, and they immediately were like, what can I get for you? So I didn't even have time to turn record on my phone. The person here is super nice. I asked them at the counter what their taco meat is, because everyone online was saying that their taco meat was disgusting and full of German cockroaches. So she told me that they're probably referring to the ground beef. So I ordered a few of those tacos, and I'm waiting for that now. Food comes out relatively quick. I go outside, pop a chair, open up my food, set up my tripod, start digging into the taco. No cockroaches. Juliana, you fucking lied to me. But it's okay. No cockroaches. Took the first bite of the taco. Disgusting. The meat was dripping in grease. The tortillas were soggy. And there's nobody at this restaurant. So why the meat tasted like it's 3 days old and stored at room temperature, it was not good. I took one bite. I think I finished the bite. Then I put the rest of the tacos away. I wasn't gonna eat it. I ended up giving most of this food away, honestly. I ended up going home so hungry that night. But we finally got one nasty meal, which was the whole point of this video. Del Taco, you fucking suck. Del Taco, I think, threw me off the most because this is a major chain, right? They're all over the country. So you would think that there's some kind of quality control going on. Whoever corporate is at Del Taco, y'all need to shut down Yuba City. Something's going on in that kitchen. That meat might not have been meat. So Del Taco's in the bag. First nasty meal of the day. My stomach's still hurting from the Burger King. I've blown out the bathroom like 4 times already, and I'm pretty sure that's the Burger King, because I get stomach problems from Burger King in general, let alone like fake meat. I get the shits from the real meat. I got time and the stomach capacity for one more item. So I jumped back on the Facebook group. It's been a while at this point. There's like probably 10 more comments since the last time I checked. And there's a new theme that I'm seeing. There's a place in Yuba City that the general consensus in town seems to be that nobody should go there. So I head straight there. Tasty Buffet, Yuba City, California. Let's have a conversation. When I walk through those doors, my feet are sticking to the ground. We're talking with every step. I don't know what causes that, but those first few steps into the restaurant and I knew this place needs to be shut down. I get up to the counter and I get this whiff of wet dog. And I'm not exaggerating, like, oh, it kind of stank in there. No, it smelled like a wet dog. I'm beyond concerned at this point and ready to call it a day. They tell me I can sit wherever, so I go and I find a seat. A guy brings me water, says, have at it. So I go grab a plate, walking around trying to see. Everything looks normal, but as I get to like the 3 little islands where the food is, this smell of wet dog is getting significantly stronger. So I walk over towards where the bathrooms are, and it smells like my German Shepherd is taking a shower. Whew. I have to calm myself down recording this. So I start looking at some food. Everything looks fairly normal. I don't have a huge appetite. There's some chicken with some orangish sauce on it. Looks kind of weird. Grabbed that, needed to check that out. I grabbed some mushrooms because I love mushrooms and I really wanted something enjoyable today. I also grabbed some fried bread, some egg rolls, clam. I love seafood. And then I go sit back down at my table and start digging in. Luckily, where I was sitting was really far away from the kitchen, so I didn't smell this wet dog smell quite as much. And I start eating the food, and like at first, I'm like, okay, it's just like a bland buffet. It's like every other buffet. The egg rolls don't really have any flavor. I get to the meat. Something's going on there. I think I may have found the source of the wet dog. What kind of meat is this, Tasty Buffet? Where do you get your meat? It has a texture I've never experienced before. It doesn't taste like beef. The texture is not like beef. It's not chicken. It's not pork. If the shoe fits, people are going to call me racist for saying this. Look, I know what wet dog smells like. I've got 3 of them. It was wet dog in there. And that meat was not beef. I'm from Idaho. I know beef. But anyway, it was not that good. Took a couple bites of the fried bread. That shit was bomb. Honestly, probably store-bought, but it was still good and it was mopping up some of the juices in my stomach, so it was a welcome treat. Then I move on to the mushroom. I love mushrooms, stuffed mushrooms, any kind of, I won't even list them, any kind of mushroom. I just love mushrooms. I took a bite of this, almost lost it. This was the worst tasting mushroom I have ever experienced in my life. The texture, the flavor, the smell, whatever it was wet with, it was sticky. I don't know, but I did not like it. So mushrooms out of the way. I go to the clam. I think it's the last thing on my plate at this point. I love clam. I'm having some trouble getting it off. Normally I don't have trouble, but I get it off with my fork because that's how I eat it. Put it to my tongue. The moment it touches my tongue, it's out. It is the fishiest, and I know fish is supposed to taste fishy, but the Y was doing a lot of work right there. And at this point, with the mushroom and the meat, my stomach's starting to bubble. And I've already had the Burger King. I've already had the Del Taco. Now I've got this shit. My stomach is bubbling up. I can feel the color rushing from my face. So I decide I need to do something now or I'm going to hurl all over this table. So I get up and go straight to the dessert bar. My fat ass got like 2 pieces of tiramisu, sat my happy ass down and scarfed it. And it did help. I also got some more pieces of fried bread. I was feeling a little bit better, but I was originally going to eat 2 or 3 plates because there's a lot of different options. And I was originally going to go in there and try a little bit of everything there, but I couldn't, honestly. At this point, I'm holding in a fire hose. I gotta go now. So I get up, I pay, I leave. And as I'm leaving Tasty Buffet, which by the way, gets a 1 out of 5. I'm trying to get home. And all of a sudden, my AC stops blowing. It's 100 degrees outside. My AC is blowing hot air. And I see the temperature gauge for my engine creeping up. I'm like, fuck, I can't go home. I gotta swing into a mechanic. Because if something's going wrong with my car, I gotta get this fixed now. So I'm gonna take a quick detour. Go into Andy's Auto. They take my car in. I go sit down in their lobby. To the employees of Andy's Auto that day, please accept my most sincere apologies for the smells that came out of me that day. If I didn't spend so much money fixing my car that day, I would feel a little bit worse. But $45 for an air filter, everything else I understood. But the air filter, $45. I'm sitting in their lobby and my stomach is boiling over. I can't go home. It's in their shop. It's hoods up and I am on this leather couch thinking, shit, literally, I've gotta fucking go. It's hotter than Satan's asshole in here. I've got a bunch of fucking dog in me and this shit's taking forever. So finally, I'm about to get up and walk home, or at least to a public bathroom, and my car ends up getting finished, and I drove home, and we were fine. And my AC blows cold now. Thanks, Andy's Auto. That was really fucking expensive, though. So I get home, and I spend the night in my bathroom. Some of you are probably like, you're talking about the toilet a lot in this video, Troy. Yes, I know. I don't enjoy talking about my colon's activities, but if I can save one person from going to Tasty Buffet and getting E. coli or whatever dogs carry, something is not right with that place. And we should probably, as a community, consider maybe sending a health inspector in there. But anyway, I blew the fuck out of my toilet for like 8 hours straight of straight double-headed dragon. Also, forgive me for the fact that I never look directly at the camera because I naturally want to look at my face and I don't know how it's going to come across on video, but I am not recording this twice. I go to bed that night, I get like 2 hours of sleep, and then I'm back in the bathroom all night long. I've got hardcore food poisoning. I've got no color in my face. I'm dehydrated. I can't keep anything in my stomach. And you're probably thinking, well, how do you even know what it was? Because you had Burger King, you had Del Taco, you had Long John Silver's, and you had Tasty Buffet. Let's be real. It was Tasty Buffet. That was the only place that I went where I actually ate a majority of the food. Everywhere else was like 1 or 2 bites. I didn't actually eat that much. I was starving at the end of the day. The only place that makes sense that fucked me up is Tasty Buffet. So let's talk about final results. We tried 4 places. Number 1, Burger King's Impossible Burger. Number 2, Long John Silver's Seafood Platter. Number 3, Del Taco Tacos. Number 4, Tasty Buffet. The top 3 most disgusting food items or restaurants in Yuba City, California are: number 3, Burger King's Impossible Burger. Look, I get it. You guys are vegan or vegetarian or whatever you are. I'm from Idaho. That's like speaking Spanish to me. How do you not eat meat? But it wasn't a bad burger, okay? I didn't like it. The flavor was weird. There was a weird aftertaste. But look, if I couldn't eat meat for whatever reason and I wanted a burger, I would probably still buy it. So that's coming in 3rd place. Number 2, Del Taco Tacos. Look, there's no redeeming qualities here. I wouldn't eat it if I was stranded on an island. The meat, the smell, the tortilla, the whole thing was just gross. It's very telling that I was the only customer there in the peak of lunch rush. We should call the health inspectors on Del Taco. I'm willing to bet, I spent a lot of years in pest control. I'll bet you that there are German cockroaches in that kitchen. I'll bet you. Check behind the stove and behind the refrigerator. And number 1, the most disgusting place in Yuba City, California, might I say America. Congratulations, Tasty Buffet. You successfully gave me 8 hours of the double-headed dragon. I might redo this video. Let me know if you want me to try other fast food restaurants that have nasty food items, or local restaurants wherever you are. I'm willing to travel. I really want to make a video that I have a hard time finishing. I like putting myself through hell. That entertains me, and I think that would entertain people. And today was like borderline boring. 2 of the 4 places were really not even that bad, and it was really hard making content around it. So just let me know if I should redo this video or any other topics that you would like to see me do in my hometown, your hometown, or America. And lastly, if you're wondering why I made this video, it's super simple. Since I was a little kid, I've really loved entertaining people. So I decided I was going to start making the kind of content that I enjoy watching. And even though this is my first video and it probably sucks, I had a really good time putting it together. If you want to support me on my journey, down in the link, you'll find my Patreon channel. Patreon is totally free if you want. It has all of my behind the scenes stuff of what's going on. I post a little bit of extra content there. There's also a paid tier where if you pay $5 a month, you'll get like bonus episodes. I'm also talking to some friends about starting a podcast. We'll see. But every dollar there would go directly towards the channel. I'm not paying rent with it. I'm not paying bills with it. It's just giving me a budget to make more of these videos. So anything helps, but honestly, just thanks for watching. I really appreciate the support that I've gotten, and I hope to see you soon in the next one.
Standing in the spotlight, my name's Troy Logan, YouTuber, sharing my life, laughter and passion through